We've got an update on our Aerogarden Harvest Elite growing unit. This is a hydroponic system that we've got going on a shelf in our grow room. And what we've got in here is a bunch of super hot peppers of varying kinds. So what we wanted to show you today is, you can see this red light flashing, and this is giving us a notification that we need to add food to the system. We started this garden 2 weeks ago, so it's time to add some nutrients. So we are going to show you how to do that.
What are we doing today, Lydia?
Well, here we are at our table with our Aerogarden hydroponic unit. This is the Aerogarden Harvest Elite, and we are going to feed these plants today. We've got a bunch of peppers growing in here. These are all super hot varieties, or hot peppers at the very least. And the time has come. We got a notification on the machine that we need to add some food. So we're going to give it some nutrients, but we also wanted to do a little bit of care for these plants and talk about what we've got going on with this. So first things first, we've got 6 slots in this unit, and we've got, ideally you would only have 1 plant growing per pod, but we germinated a bunch of seeds. The ones that were like pretty strong, we thought we'd let go in here a little bit and see which really developed into the strongest plants. So we've got to change some of this out. We've got to remove some of them. We can't have this many. So let's take a look and see what we've got and what we can move to another location.
So we did already, there was one, it was the pink tiger, and one of them was very small, so we already pulled that out the other day. The other ones we were hoping would have like the same kind of success rate, like 2 would be smaller than the other ones and we could yank them out, but these all look very good. So
That's
it's
really the
making it
hard
tough.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I personally have a difficult time getting rid of plants when I feel like, one, they're growing at all. I mean, I want to give them the best chance, and I feel like they made it this far. Like,
Yeah.
let's see what they can do. The fact is, in our situation, we don't have any room to accommodate these plants. These seedlings are going to be going into our grow tent. We only have a limited amount of space in there. And we do need to make some decisions about what we're going to put in there and what we're not. So even though a lot of these are beautiful plants, they're not going to have enough time to go outside at this rate.
Yeah.
We thought what we might do is just continue to grow them rather than just scrap them all together. What are we going to do? We're going to continue to grow them
We'll
and see
probably
where
throw
they
them. Yeah,
go.
we'll probably take them out and just throw them in dirt and see what happens.
So, what do we have going on in here?
Well, so we have a few different kinds of plants. We have Komodo dragon, Black Panther orange, Apocalypse scorpion, which we've had very good luck with in here in the past. This one is also Black Panther orange. So we have 3 different plants on this one. This is chocolate primatali, which we have 3 growing as well, and the pink tiger, we're down to 2. We took these out from the seedlings and moved them into here, and it about a week and a half went by and nothing changed, and I was like, I don't know if they're gonna make it. And then all of a sudden, like within the last 3 days, they jumped up and flourished. So
And it's funny how seedlings do that. I mean, and every
yeah,
stage of plants, I feel like you see that happen where you're like, oh no, nothing's happening, nothing's going on. And then, as if overnight, they're just like, nope, we're growing now.
so we are going to continue using the Cultivation Nation hydroponic feeding schedule that we have. We are considering this as week 2 from seedling. So it's asking for some grow, which we have, some micronutrients, which we have, and also some CalMag. Normally, we'll mix the nutrients into a gallon, and I think this holds probably about 2/3 to 3/4 of a gallon. So let me go mix these nutrients, and we'll be right back. I'm back with the water. I added in the food according to the schedule and adjusted the pH down. So our pH with the nutrients in it was about 6.7. So I dropped it down. Now it's about 6.26, which is right in a good range where we want to be. You want to be anywhere between 5.5 and 6.5.
Before we actually feed our little plants, we're going to take a look at them, and we want to, make some decisions about what we need to move and what we don't. So if we lift the top off here,
You can see that these root systems are actually looking very good in these. So
this is the first time we've looked at these roots. We haven't opened this up yet before. And what you want to see with these is a nice white colored root. There's no brown on here, no algae at all, which there really shouldn't be. This unit it does a very good job of taking care of it. You really shouldn't have any algae as far as we can tell, because it circulates the water and it keeps the roots super healthy and very strong. Like these are really big. So
yeah,
very happy to see that.
and you can see, not sure if you can really see it on there, but you can see the little spikes sticking off the sides of these, and that's the oxygen roots. So a lot of them coming right out of the rock wool, and you'll see that they're fuzzy. You'll notice it when you grow hydro, that you'll see these fuzzy roots come out. It may look like it's mold, but it's actually healthy. It's just where the oxygen comes in and it feeds the plant. It's pretty neat the way these root systems grow.
All right, so we're really happy to see that. That's a good sign.
Yes.
So far, we're off to a good start. So we are going to dump out the old water and clean out the unit a little bit, and then we're going to replace it with the new, fresh nutrients.
Now we're going to add our water and our nutrients.
And our plants will appreciate it. I'm sure they better.
Yes. So again, like I said, it's about 2/3 to 3/4 of a gallon.
All right, so now comes the hard part where we need to separate some plants. So I want to pop this back in here. Drop it back in, and
Nice.
Dropped
it like it's hot.
It is hot. Peppers.
Yes.
So the real question is, what are we looking for? What are going to be the ones that are going to be the most successful in our eyes? So we're looking for things like, what seems to be the strongest of the 3 seedlings that we have going in here.
You can see there's definitely like the root systems are coming. You can tell there's 3 separate root systems, but it's hard to separate them. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to pop this rock wool right out of here, if we can, actually. All right. It's a good thing we split it.
Yeah, we cut these down to an open bottom, and that is one thing that we showed in the video of us putting them in here in the first place, and we will put a link to that up above. We had to cut these down, and with the intention of being able to remove them easily once the root systems did get really big. So I'm glad that we did, because it worked out very nicely.
So I'm going to take an X-Acto knife and I'm going to slice right down the side. So I was able to pull this one right out. You can see the root system stayed intact. So we're pretty excited that we're going to get to keep that one.
Oh, cool.
All right.
All right, so that one worked as well by just pulling it out. So one thing that we've learned about plants is that, yes, they are very fragile in many ways, but at a certain point, they become much stronger than we would have anticipated. So even in this young state, they seem to be able to take a little bit of manipulating just fine. Plant experiments are really fun, and I think it's important for us to do these things, because even the experiments that don't work out, we're going to learn from it, and we're starting from, 0, and we're learning all along the way. So these are good things for us to see what happens if we do, X, Y, or Z, and go on from
So
there.
there we have it. You saw us change the water in the Aerogarden. You've seen what nutrients we've added and how we've added it according to the Cultivation Nation hydroponic feeding schedule. And we also pulled out a couple of plants because we had a little too many. So ready to set the Aerogarden back into its home, and we'll keep you updated as they grow.
See you in a couple of weeks.
Till next time.
Bye.
And now you can see it's lights out for our Aerogarden, and the timer has been reset, and it'll let us know in 14 days that we need to add water again.